Good evening, and it's 7 o'clock, and it's welcome to the
Recording in
October
progress.
15th edition of the Clayton City Council meeting. Welcome to everybody. We have a number of items on the agenda tonight, and the first thing that we're going to do is do the Pledge of Allegiance after the roll call, and I would like the city clerk to take the roll.
Thank you. Councilmember Cloven,
I'm here.
Tillman. Here. Juan.
Here.
Vice Mayor Tripiano. Here. Mayor Diaz.
Yes, here. And would you all please join me in standing as we do the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm going to make some alteration to the agenda. As you see, the next item is the public comment, but I'm going to defer that till later, and I'm going to move up the recognition and presentation portion of the agenda. That's item number 5. And the first is the appreciation and recognition for the public school students at our variety of schools. And I'm going to turn it over now to Councilmember Cloven to take it from here.
Greetings, and I always love this part of our city council meeting. We do this approximately quarterly. We try to do it 5 to 6 times a year with each character trait we have in our city with our Do the Right Thing program. I've been doing this now since I was elected to the city council in December 2020, originally with C.W. Wolf and now with Councilmember Tillman. It's been an incredible joy to be a part of this program specifically and to interact with our 2 schools, the elementary school and the Diablo View Middle School. This has been a particularly fun year, and that's because we have 2 new principals and their staff that are completely engaged in this program. Councilmember Tillman and I have had a chance to talk to them and actually attend some of their meetings as teachers, and they're bought into this. And it's important. This program started in 2010 when then Mayor Hank Stratford and the CBCA and the City Council and the Police Department all came together and put this program together. And tonight we have the awesome honor of being able to present certificates to students from both schools for the character trait of responsibility. And with that, I think it is going to be Miranda, come on up and you will get to introduce your students. Oh, it's even better.
All right, I have, it's for the, yeah. We have Nicholas Ayala, who is in Miss Hopkins' class. Come on up. It says, Nicholas is one of the most responsible kids. He always completes all his work to the best of his ability. If he has a classroom job, he completes it consistently and doesn't need reminders. Congratulations.
Take your photograph.
All right, Landon, you want to come on up here, bud? I'm honored to nominate Landon Gabriel for the Do the Right Thing character trait of responsibility. Landon is consistently doing the right thing, and I can always count on him to be following directions and listening carefully. When he notices someone else is having trouble, he helps them in a kind way. He notices, anticipates our learning and what is happening within our classroom. We can always count on him to get the job done. Picture.
Okay, and last but not least, Miss Hayden Berry. Come on up, Miss Hayden. Hayden is a dream third grade student at Mount Diablo Elementary School, and I am honored to be your teacher, Miss Hayden. She's being honored for being responsible because she is a wonderful citizen in our classroom, and she always treats others fairly. She's a natural leader. She can often be found working cooperatively with others and delegating tasks with ease. You can count on Hayden to complete her classwork and homework with great detail and neatness. Hayden frequently participates in classroom discussions, and she's always ready to learn. Congratulations, Hayden.
All right, and with that, we'll have Principal Wilson come on up, and we'll do Diablo View Middle School.
Good evening, everybody. I get the distinct pleasure of recognizing our amazing Diablo View Middle School students. So first up is Rose Bartow. Rose was recognized by Miss Ridenauer, and she says, "It is my pleasure to give this month's Do the Right Thing award to Rose for responsibility. I have had the pleasure of having Rose in both my 6th grade math class as well as my drama rotation. Rose always gives 100% in her schoolwork, no matter what area that might be. Additionally, she was always very supportive of her classmates in our drama class, where many students were not used to performing in front of others. Rose is not afraid to ask for help when she needs it and works hard to do her best in everything she does. Thank you for showing responsibility at DVMS. I am so lucky to have you as my student." Mrs. Ridenauer.
Rose, thank you for being so responsible.
Our next student is a Solo Menkel. Come on up. I had to stop and think. Suri was nominated by Miss Sullivan, and she says she cares so much about every detail of her work and is always going back to make sure her work is the best it absolutely can be. She is also very responsible about her leadership duties. She is always checking in and making sure she has herself covered so she can continue to participate in class. I am so glad that Suri is winning the award this evening, Miss Sullivan. Our final recipient I don't see, but that is Giles Thompson, and he was nominated by Mr. Ross, who says Giles consistently demonstrates an exceptional level of responsibility and good character. Whether it's completing assignments on time, helping other classmates, or staying many hours after school to complete a class project, he not only fulfills his duties, but also encourages others to stay accountable as well. So I will happily accept this award for him.
Giles, here you go. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Again, I wanted to thank the principals and their staff from both schools for being so engaged this past year. It's been a joy. I think this is the last time I get a chance to do this before I retire from the City Council in December, but this has been a pure joy, and thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, that's the presentations to the recognition of the students. I'm now going to move to item 8B, and that's a recognition for one of our local people that many of you probably don't get to see him that often, but he runs a very important service and function within the city of Clayton. The city has I'm going to grab a microphone. Thank you. And we'll see, am I on the air? Can you hear me okay out there in Clayton land? Okay, anyway, yes, we have a very important business and enterprise that is located in Clayton. And that is the U.S. Postal Service office at 6150 Center Street. Maybe you don't all get over that often. I do, because most all my mail comes into a P.O. box. So I get a chance to go over there and see it on a regular basis. If for some reason, and by the way, this has been going on for a number of years, we've had to always bring to attention to the local postmaster some of the things that need to be taken care of over there. And one of them is just the simple maintenance of keeping the weeds trimmed and all the other things. I'd like to bring the acting postmaster up here now, Jim Mahan, so you all get to see who he is. And he's the main guy. Thank you. And under Jim's leadership, we got a couple of calls about some of the maintenance items at the post office and some of the drives and so forth that go around it. And already Jim had taken the reins and started fixing all the things that people were concerned about. First of all, he brought in a gardener to take care of all of the weeds and that, and replacing some of the things that go into the ground on top of that. Yeah, I know there's a couple of people over there that really keep an eye on it. The first thing, the first thing I had to do, by the way, was as a veteran, I got a call from the Veterans Association, and they said, you know, the flag up there, the American flag, is all shattered and tattered and so forth. I go in to see Jim, and he comes out and he goes, hold it right there. He says, I got 2 brand new flags on order so we can put up the new flag, and I have one ready to go when the other one gets weather torn. So he took care of that right away. That's the kind of guy Jim is. He gets ahead of the game and moves on it. He's had the painting and the parking spaces restriped both front for the customers and in the back for the staff and the vehicles that he uses to deliver the mail. He's also painted the building and had that done and doing some other things around for the fixing of the roof and so forth. It is becoming a very prominent and well-seasoned, well-looked-at piece of property in the city of Clayton. And I want to personally recognize, and I know the city council is, Jim's contributions. He's taken the reins and moved forward to get everything done and back in shape. I'd like to turn it over and have Jim say a few words and whatever you have to say.
Something in here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh, there he goes.
Okay. First of all, thank you for, being patient with us. Especially it's been a year that when the post office had some cleanup. But thank you for being patient, especially when I took over. I have a lot of stuff to do. It's just the beginning. A lot of stuff inside, out. Our next project is the tree. We're going to cut the trees. We're going to do the landscaping. We're going to make it, I'm going to make sure it's presentable. Because Clayton, you deserve better, okay? Okay, I want to thank everybody for this recognition. It's really an honor to be acknowledged here in Clayton. I'm very grateful and looking forward to do more things for Clayton. I really love this city. I really wish I live here in the city. Every day I drive here. I can't believe that I didn't live here. I have a chance to buy a house here like 20 years ago. That's my mistake, to be honest with you. I told my wife we should buy a house in Clayton, but now can't afford it anymore. It's too expensive. This is a wonderful city, guys. Really, I love it. I love coming to work every day. I cannot wait. Monday, I'm going to Clayton. If you have any problem with your mail, you know who to see. It's me. Okay, guys? I'm going to leave my card over there by the door. Come see me if you need anything. You're missing mail, something wrong with your mail, we'll take care of you, okay?
Thank you, Jim. Have your wife stand up and introduce her.
That's my wife, Maria Fe.
Maria, stand up. Say hello, because they can see you out in Clayton Land. Thank you. And by the way, he has a very helpful and responsive staff that wait on the counters and all the different things and the services that you can take care of that you need to mail things out, even your passports. Excellent service. I can tell you from firsthand experience. We were able to get it in an expedited manner and great service Jim, thank you.
One more
Oh,
thing.
yeah, go ahead.
And one more thing, don't use email. Buy a stamp, please. Buy a stamp. Okay, guys?
Thanks,
All right,
Jim.
thank you.
Okay, you
Thank
bet.
you.
Good. Thank you very much. Okay, we now move back to the the order of the agenda, and I'm moving back now to the first page, which is now public comment for non-agended items. And we will first take the people here in Hoyer Hall. Just to give you what's going to happen for this non-agenda public item, we're going to take all the public comment, both here and those that are viewing it on Zoom. And then at the very end of that, we're going to allow the four candidates for Clayton City Council to come up and at the podium up there and give us a 3-minute presentation on what they plan to bring to the city of Clayton. So the first thing we're going to do is public conduct for non-agenda items. And the first person as I have here is Linda Hudak. Linda, where are you? Come on up and tell us what you got. Oh, by the way, before you do, everybody gets 3 minutes. So then there'll be a display on both screens to give you an idea when your time is moving along. Linda, you're on.
And microphone.
And you need to press the button to turn on your, when the red light comes on, you're on. There it is.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. And that was lovely. Children's, I am so happy for them. So, I am Linda Hudak, and I have resided in Clayton since 1997. I support Clayton's Do the Right Thing. Respect, responsibility, kindness, self-discipline, integrity, and courage with Clayton schools. I believe character and words matter. I received a flyer in the mail from claytonwatch.org. I found it hurtful that someone would send me this divisive flyer without any name supporting it. I concluded this flyer is hostile, and its purpose is to intentionally undermine Holly Tillman's reputation, credibility, character, with random quotes and photos that are selected and do not tell the entire story. I went on claytonwatch.org website. The homepage headliner was breaking news, the top story of the week, and in large print, quote, who is the really Holly Tillman? There are 7 hand-picked videos of Councilman Tillman, page 1 and 2, which I will have for the record, which comes across as an attack on her. I mean, they're like 17 seconds, 20 seconds. Just again, selected videos of nothing. Nothing. No value. So on page 3, the title is The Political Mailer featuring Holly Tillman has arrived, which is revealing and states it is time for the community to move on from Holly, Tillis, and free our city. There's a headline on page 4 that reads, the League of Women Voters of Diablo Valley are a disgrace. And that continues on page 5. On the same page, there's a photo and article by Jeff Wan, council member. And he writes about a plan to adopt a city flag which brings community together. Under this article, it states, quote, we appreciate this is really kind of a weird sentence. We appreciate you for reading this article. Please support our cause with a small donation today. Under popular posts on the website, and if you open City Council recap, there are 18 articles by Councilman Wan, and everyone finishes with, we appreciate you for reading this article. Please support our cause with a small donation. I located the comment section from the supporters of this website. And I'm going to read you what they are.
Your time is up, so if you haven't completed it, you can submit it in writing.
Okay, they're all anonymous, and they're all attacks on
Okay.
Holly.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any other cards from people in Hoyer Hall that would wish to address the city council on non-agenda items. Is there anybody else here that would like to come up and address the city council? And if so, please step forward, tell us who you are, and speak into the microphone. Okay, I don't see anybody moving forward. Do we have anybody online? One hand I see.
Rosie Stratka, your microphone is available.
Okay, we have,
evening.
who's up first?
Rosie Stratka.
Yeah, Rosie Straka, you're up.
Good evening, Rosie Straka here. Just a little bit, I was born in Mexico City, but I've been a lifelong Bay Area native of San Francisco, Berkeley, and Oakland, with the last 26 years in Clayton. So as you all know, there are currently 3 seats open for the Clayton City Council, with 2 running for re-election and 2 new candidates. I have decided that I'm only voting for Holly Tillman, and here's why. Jim Diaz is the current mayor, is running for re-election. He's in his 80s, he's rude, cranky, and disingenuous. If you've ever attended a city council meeting, you can clearly see that he doesn't listen or care unless it suits him. Holly has asked for an item to be agendized for almost a year, and he won't add it to the agenda. He, Juan, and Trupiano have been invited to participate in our 3 pride parades and have never acknowledged the invitation or participated. He purposefully does not inform Holly and Peter of upcoming city events. They were not informed of or invited to attend the first City of Clayton Lowrider Car Show. Jim does not care about all of the community. I'm passing on him. All I need to know about Maria Schulman is that she's guilty by association. Her husband, Larry, is the biggest, most racist keyboard bully ever. Just look at his posts on Clayton residents or on Nextdoor. Passing on her. Richard Iniesta Sr., retired Concord PD. That's good. But he hasn't said a whole lot of anything with substance that I can see. I only hear him talking about the 90s and his kids. I feel like he's not trying at all because he knows he's a shoo-in. I'm sure the hate group Clayton Watch has got him convinced he's got this. Plus, his son, Inia Jr., is a Clayton police officer. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Passing. Lastly, the flyer that the hate group Clayton Watch put out targeting Holly is absolutely disgusting, as Linda has just pointed out, and it went directly to the garbage where it belongs. I don't want to see a flyer disparaging candidates. I want to know what good things you are doing or what you're going to do. In the end, 3 seats are going to be filled, but the latter 3 will have no help from me. So it's just Holly for me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Rosie. Anybody else on Zoom?
Ed Miller, your microphone is available.
I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. My name is Ed Miller. I'm a resident of Dana Ridge and have been for, since 2003. And I've served the city in honorable capacities on the Planning Commission and also on the Contra Costa Transportation Authority. I just wanted to voice my support for Ms. Holly Tillman, who's running. I appreciate her sane approach to government. I feel that she's invested herself fully in every project that she has worked on locally. But beyond that, even on a statewide level, she's been recognized by other leaders in other cities as a leader among them herself, as she's been appointed to committees to work for Cal Cities, which is one of the organizations which tries to advocate for cities to get legislation passed that allow us to manage our towns in the way that we see fit. So I honor her. She also has really had forward-looking concepts for the city, such as her Firewise initiative. I think everyone in this town can relate to the fact that it's getting harder and harder among the insurance companies to get coverage for our homes because of proximity to fire at-risk lands. And this Firewise initiative is truly forward-looking and impactful for our community. And I don't need to say anything disparaging about anyone else. I just know uh, Holly herself is a person of integrity, has led with integrity and transparency that I can trust. And I will, in fact, be voting only for her as well. Kind of like Ms. Straka has said, there will be obviously, there will be three candidates elected. But I know that no matter what happens, I want Ms. Tillman in that seat next year so that I can trust that there will be transparency and I will know what decisions are being made for what reasons. And I just salute her in every way and the service that she's given this town. Thank you all for this time. I cede the rest of my time here.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Have we got anybody else online? No other speaker online and no speakers here within Hoyer Hall, so I'm going to close this portion of the public comment. And now we'll move to the candidates' opportunity to come up and address us. I'm going to do a little different this time. So it's not going to be them first, us second. I've mixed it up a little bit. So the first one will be Mr. Ania. Secondly will be Councilmember Tillman. Third will be council candidate Maria Schulman, and then myself. You each get 3 minutes. Mr. Ania, you're up to bat.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Richard Ania. I'm a candidate for City Council. And those are the first negative words I've heard from a person, Ms. Straka. She can feel free to call me and I'll be happy to describe why I'm running and what my values are. I put it on flyers and everywhere. My personal number is listed on the door hangers. People are free to call me anytime. So, I'm my own candidate. I accepted no money, for any funding from anywhere else. I don't belong to any organization that is controlling me or guiding me or anything. The only organization I belong to in Clayton is the Clayton Community Business and Community Association. Been a member for a long time. I work every Art and Wine and every Oktoberfest, both days, very long hours. But correction to Ms. Straka, I was not a Concord policeman. I'm a retired Clayton policeman. Lived in Clayton since 1990. We moved away after I retired and we moved back a few years ago. My children were raised here, went to school here. My son's a police officer here. And by the way, it is not a conflict of interest. And so that takes care of that. That's an easy phone call for people to check if they want to know. So anyway, I'm running for council, and some of my reasons are financial responsibility. You know, we need to control that, and the council is doing that now by various committees. Work on that. Public safety, and I've said it before, I retired, it'll be 20 years ago in December, and we have not hired an additional officer in 20 years. 20. And the town is certainly not the same population as today. The council gave a good pay raise to the police officers, 23% over the next 3 years. That still puts them last in the county, last out of 19 cities. We should be ashamed of ourselves for that, as they keep crime low. But anyway, so that's one of them, public safety. And of course, people talk about the parks, and we want to keep parks. We want to keep them looking fine. And so our main thing is going to be keeping the city above water. It's not an easy thing to do. You read about all kinds of cities. Just read Pleasant Hill will be bankrupt in 3 years. Pleasant Hill, they have 1 million businesses. It's just the way of life. So everybody is suffering for that, and we'll find ways to do it. And so thank you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Rich. Okay, we're now going to call and hear from Councilmember Holly Tillman and candidate Holly Tillman for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. First, I'm going to start off, first of all, I'm Holly Tillman, Clayton City Council member, but I want to read a quote, and this is from a card that I received from some constituents back in April after they attended their first city council meeting here in the city. And it reads, "A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. Rosalind Carter." And they gave that to me and also sent me an email this evening to let me know that they are supporting me and they have voted for me and me only based off of the flyer that they received in their mail this weekend. And I hadn't even planned on speaking about it, but I do think that it warrants actually discussing, only to say that we are a small city. These divisive tactics are not helpful. They've been occurring now for several cycles for city council elections, and it's making people not want to run, which is a shame, right? I think 4 years ago there were 6 of us running, and now we only have 4. And it's unfortunate that these tactics continue to be used, but I think that they're being used because people think that they work. That was what was said in the coffee shop about a year ago when people were asked to not bring in negative connotations, and they said they were going to continue to do it because it was a winning strategy. So I want all residents of Clayton to know that this is done purposely for a particular reason. Now, in my last minute, I just want everyone to know that public safety, accessible sidewalks, infrastructure, et cetera, are important to me, as it is for all of our residents. Good governance is why I champion that. I'm also a steward of fiscal stability and professionalism. And I know that we deserve a Clayton that works for everyone and not just the loudest voices. I strongly believe that if we work together, we can prioritize public safety, improve wildfire prevention, protect open space, and maintain our infrastructure so that Clayton's incredible community resources can be accessible and enjoyed by all. And I also want to point out that we do have a lot of looming issues that are coming up. I've stressed it several times in council meetings that our landscape maintenance district is going to sunset in 2027. I think it's important for our residents to understand that and understand how all of our special districts work. I also think that it's very important that people realize that ramming through a budget in one meeting has never happened in this city since I've been on the council. There are always several meetings that occur so that we can do our due diligence and ensure that the numbers are accurate. And there were some errors and changes that were made several times just in the landscape maintenance district alone from 2022 through this last budget cycle. I don't short my job at all. I take it very, very seriously, and I'm asking for everybody's vote on November 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Chilman. Council candidate Maria Schulman. 3 minutes, please.
Good evening, City Council and staff. My name is Maria Schulman, and I'm running for City Council. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today about something fundamental to our city's future, success and the well-being of our community, collaboration among the City Council members. My priority is the City of Clayton and its residents and businesses. I will work diligently for this community and its interests. Collaboration is essential over competition and personal agendas. As a council, you all come from different backgrounds, experiences, and priorities. Each were selected to represent constituents and their needs. But the strength of this council and ultimately the strength of the city doesn't come from individual agendas or competing visions. It comes from the ability to work and collaborate together towards building a better, more inclusive, and more prosperous community. Collaboration over competition is not just a nice idea, but essential for effective governance. When we collaborate, we tap into diverse perspectives, knowledge, and expertise that each of us brings. By listening to one another and engaging in meaningful dialogue, we can arrive at solutions that benefit everyone, not just a few. In contrast, when the focus is on individual agendas and progress can stall easily. Competition creates divisions, leads to gridlock, resentment, and inefficiency. It distracts from the true mission to serve the Clayton residents. This approach doesn't hurt council members, it hurts the community. If elected, I will strive to work with each member of the council to demonstrate to our community what good governance looks like, to show we are committed to their needs and not our personal agendas, to show that we are united in a desire to make the city more equitable, more sustainable, and more responsive to the challenges of today and tomorrow. We have challenges and hurdles that must be addressed, and I am committed to working for all the residents of Clayton by collaborating and compromising with other council members. I want to know what the priorities are for the residents and businesses, and the benefits are clear. More comprehensive solutions by combining our ideas and experience, greater efficiency, increased trust to the public, a stronger community. Let's remember that success as a council is measured by the success of the city. And the best way to ensure success is to collaborate, not compete. By working together, we can create a city where everyone feels valued, all voices are heard, and our collective efforts result in meaningful progress for every resident. I'm asking for your vote now and on November 5th. And to learn more, visit me at my website at mariaforclayton.com. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Shulman. I'm going to turn the gavel over to Vice Mayor Trupiano so I can make my comments. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I am Jim Diaz, a council member since 2012 and currently your mayor. Let me start my comments about this is a nonpartisan office. No committees, no candidates should be noting their political affiliation. I want to thank you for allowing me to come here and serve you. I'm looking forward to another 4-year term to continue to bring the things that we have started here in Clayton. My campaign slogan for this term is positioning Clayton for success. That started some time ago. We brought in a number of people that have actually helped position Clayton for success. The first of which, by the way, was an interim city manager, Adam Pulsinger. He took care of reorganizing the staff to be a better service vehicle for the citizens of Clayton. He reorganized several of the positions and brought in a level of professionalism that had not existed up to that point. Another thing we championed was the I call it the Community Sustainability, Financial Sustainability Committee. There are 3 credentialed individuals on there. When I say credentialed, I mean they have either a CPA, a CFA, or some other certified credentialing for financial services. They need to work with our Budget and Finance Committee members to come about with a better explanation of where we were, where we need to go, and what do we need to do, and how to position Clayton for future success. Finances have always been a questionable item to the people of Clayton. They weren't sure what situation was the finances were in. And they really have been fairly stable and fairly adequate to meet the needs of the current term. But we need to look forward. There's things that are coming up that we need to address. That committee, the Community Financial Sustainability Committee, along with the Audit and Finance Committee, working with the City Council and the city staff to bring about better change. Let me give you an idea of a couple of my major accomplishments that happened over my term. Number 1, Fire Station 11, we got that reopened. After the downturn and it was reduced in its hours, we worked hard with a variety of citizens to bring it back. We helped the police department get off the bottom of the list in terms of salary. And finally, we brought in a new city manager, Chris Loftus, to help us take it to the next step. I look for your support, and I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, back to the agenda. We've now completed item number 3, both for the public comment and for the candidates' chance to come up and chat, and let everybody know. And by the way, this is the final time at a city council that we will be able to have the candidates here, because our next meeting is not until after the election. We now move to item number 4, which is the consent calendar. And I will ask if there's any questions that any of the council members have before we move on that. And there's only one item on there, by the way, and that's the approval of the October 1st meeting minutes. Before I make the call, is there anybody in the audience that wishes to address this item? Seeing none, I'm going to close it for public comment. Anybody online? I didn't see anybody there either. Thank you. Okay, then if no one else wishes to address this item, the mayor will entertain a motion, please.
I'd move approval.
Moved by Councilmember Juan.
I'll second.
Seconded by Vice Mayor Trupiano. And will the city clerk please call the roll?
Thank you. Councilmember Cloven?
Aye.
Tillman? Aye. Juan?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Trupiano?
Yes.
Mayor Diaz?
Yes, thank you very much. That closes item number 4. We now move back in order, and we're to item 6, which is reports. The first one, our new city manager, Mr. Loftus.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't know how much longer I can be the new guy. I'm on week 5 now. A few things to report out. We had a very productive meeting with East Bay Regional Parks this week, talking about future plans and some community outreach and how we can work a little more closely together. Regina, the assistant city manager, and I attended the monthly PMA meeting, which is comprised of city managers and assistant city managers from throughout the county, and got some very good information and made some great contacts with other cities. Attended the mayor's conference in Richmond with Mayor Diaz and Vice Mayor Trupiano, and had an outstanding presentation from East Bay Regional Parks Fire Department, and we will be considering bringing them in for a presentation in probably after the new year. Right now, we're working on some various topics within our departments and our staff. It's a fresh team with great perspective and great energy, and looking forward to continuing to build a team with them and moving the mission of the council forward. And just as a reminder, the mayor touched on it, there is no meeting on November 5th because of the election. Our next regular city council meeting will be scheduled for November 19th. So to those candidates, good luck. And to those others, get out and vote.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That completes item number 6 on reports from the city staff. We now move into item 7, public hearings, and there are no public hearing items. So we move into item 8. There are 3 action items, I believe, 8A, and B, and C. So the first one from the city clerk is to appoint a member to the Contra Costa Library Commission.
Yes, this is to appoint Amit Prayag to the Contra Costa Library Commission for the remainder of a 3-year term. The term would have been appointed July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2026. Kindly, Ms. Ferrer has continued serving beyond her term while we waited to find another candidate, and has also provided mentorship to Mr. Prayag. He's also here in the audience. A little of his background. He's a senior institutional researcher at the University of California in the Office of the President. He holds an MBA from the University of Buffalo, and he's also attended the commission's meetings and has met with Ms. Ferrer to discuss what is important to Clayton regarding the library and also the mission of the commission.
Thank you. Any comments from the city council on this candidate for the position?
No, I just want to say I'm on the Clayton Community Library Foundation Board and Executive Committee, and I'm so delighted that we have someone. Jackie has been wonderful, Jackie Ferrer, in serving in this term, I think 6 years. And so thank you so much, Mr. Prayong, for stepping up and filling this position. So it's very exciting.
As we only have one candidate, is he here tonight to come right up and let's hear a little bit from you? Push the button and the red light will come on and you're good to go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amit Prayag. I am a institutional researcher. I'm a new father. I am an immigrant and most importantly, a proud member of Clayton community. The reason why I wanted to support this position is because of both professional reasons and personal reasons. On professional side, through my work for University of California, I am supporting higher education in California, and I wanted to bring that flavor to the local community. On the personal side, as I mentioned, I'm a new father, and I want to be that role model to my kid when he grows up and starts visiting the local library. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve local community, and I'm looking forward to serving the commission.
Thank you very much, and thank you for volunteering to serve, and welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We have no further candidates, so I guess close the nomination period, unless there's somebody out there that wishes to raise their hand and try to overcome this gentleman, because he has got the credentials for this position. Okay, if I see nobody out there and nobody online,
Confirming there are no speakers online.
okay, then we will close this item, and I'll bring it back to the City Council for action.
Thank you for stepping up to serve. I would move approval of the appointment.
Thank you. Moved by Councilmember One
I'll second that.
and seconded by Vice Mayor Trupiano. Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Thank you. Councilmember Cloven.
Absolutely.
Tillman.
Aye, congratulations.
Juan.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Trupiano.
Yes.
Mayor Diaz.
Yes, and welcome again. We really look forward to your helping us. Thank you. All right, item 8B is the designation of a voting delegate, an alternate delegate for the League of California City meeting, which is coming up real quickly now. Today's the 15th. It starts tomorrow down in Long Beach. So the city clerk, you're on for this one. We got to move on it.
Yes. So this is to select a delegate to join the General Assembly with the Resolutions Committee and vote on the resolution that was included in your packet. The city would need to designate, and first, someone needs to attend, but designate one voting member and one alternate member to participate. And they will be voting on a resolution. There's only one this year, and the title is A Resolution of the General Assembly of the League of California Cities calling for the California Legislature to enact laws that promote equity and governance. And the summary of this is to ensure that local and state elected officials are operating under the same practices, that there are no special rules for positions higher than city government.
And remind me, who is our current liaison representative? I knew that.
Councilmember Tillman is our current liaison. So one of the caveats is the person does need to attend. So if there's a member on the council attending, we can vote for an alternate and one voting member from that group.
Okay, so you're going to be there, correct?
That was my only question. Or you
Oh.
are going to be there?
I'll be there, yes. I bought my tickets and reserved them as soon as that came out back in May.
Good, very good.
To make sure I got the early bird special.
And you also hold another
I
position.
do. That's
and-
why I have to be there. Yes, I have to be there anyway because I'm being sworn in
Okay.
for my second VP for the East Bay Division of the League of California Cities. So that also occurs, and I would have had to be sworn in for that. And then I also sit as the chair of the Community Services Policy Committee.
Great.
So I was going regardless.
And then the alternate, who is the alternate?
The alternate could be another member that is attending as well. To vote in the General Assembly, you would need to be present.
And I thought that we designated an alternate last December when we did our council rotations, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
recall who it is.
I don't remember who the
It might be
alternate
me.
is either.
But I'm not going to be there, so.
So it's up for grabs. Anybody else
Yeah.
that wants to leave on the first flight out tomorrow and can get down to Long Beach?
Will, you did?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is an alternate required?
An alternate is not required because they would need to be in person. That would mean that your voting member is not available.
Got it.
And
there's one
Councilmember
thing
Chelman?
that
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
there's one other thing that I noted in the packet. It said that the city's delegate had to be submitted by Wednesday, September 25th. Did we miss that?
Correct. No, I have spoken with them and they will accept the late. We are not the last ones.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Good to know.
Thank you.
Last year, I was appointed at the League of Cal Cities, like during the conference, so it could be as late as. And are you paying for yourself? Is there a city expense associated?
I've already paid, but I'm going to get reimbursed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody, and by the way, for those of the people in the audience, the League of California City is an excellent organization. I utilize it for a number of things. They provide a whole raft of training things, not only at the annual meeting, but at other times that you can avail yourself of notable educational things as it relates your responsibility as a city council person. Excellent organization. Anybody else of interest? And if we don't need to have one as an alternate, then we're full confident that Councilmember Tillman can go down there and represent us very well. Anybody else?
No, but through the chair, I do need to also highlight that this council will need to select their position on that resolution so that Councilmember Tillman may vote.
Okay. So we need to discuss that as well.
Correct, after you make your appointment.
Tell me about the resolution, if you would.
Certainly. The resolution was submitted by the city of Glendora. City officials from the city of Arcadia, the city of Azusa, and Laverne, Rancho Palos, and Lomita have also supported this resolution. And the resolution is asking that there be the similar provisions for the Brown Act for local elected officials as there are for state officials. So there are some separations in that. One highlight is they would like to aid the conduct of people's business, and it is the intent of the law that their actions of the city and county electeds, but not elected members of state legislature, be taken openly and that the deliberations be conducted openly. So they want the same for all levels. So the state legislature has some cases in which they're able to conduct business behind closed doors. They would like to open it the same as local and counties.
Okay. Any comments on that from the city council? None.
It seems reasonable that the provisions that apply for for local, city, and county would make sense to apply to state proceedings as well. So barring any other information based on the packet I read, that does seem appropriate to support, and I think it does receive the support of the Cal Cities organization as well. So that would be my preference.
Okay. Anyone else have any comment?
Are we voting on these things separately or together?
No, the city gets one vote.
No, but I mean, Councilmember Tillman being designated and the action item to, is it all one?
We can divide the question
Okay.
and do it separately.
Okay. So was that a motion?
No, that was just a
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Like,
Anybody else have any comments?
If anyone else disagrees with that, but I kind of.
I'm waiting for him breathlessly.
So I think we still need to take public comment, though.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. Is there any other comments from our city council members? And this is right now on the appointment of the designated delegate and any alternates if we need to do so. And I gather at this point, we definitely have Councilmember Tillman who will be representing us, and we're not putting forth anybody's name to be an alternate. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Any public comment? We'll open it up to anybody here in Hoyer Hall to give us, yeah, right. I know, don't worry. It was a slip of the tongue. Anyway, anybody here in Hoyer Hall that wishes to address this item? Don't all run up at once. All right, thank you. Anybody online that wishes to do that?
There are no speakers to
There's
this
none,
item.
so I'm going to close the public comment on that. And now we'll entertain a motion for one, the delegate being Councilmember Tillman, and we have no alternate delegate.
And our position.
Are we doing the motion separately?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we're gonna
so
do that.
first, I would make the motion that Councilmember Tillman act as the city's delegate for the 2024 League Cal Cities Annual Conference
And no alternate.
without any alternate.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved by Councilmember Juan, seconded by Vice Mayor Trupriano. Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Yes, on that motion, Councilmember Cloven,
Aye.
Tillman,
Aye.
Juan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Trupiano,
Yes?
Mayor Diaz.
Aye, and that is ordered. Now, on the recommendation for the voting portion of the delegates matter.
As the person voting, do you have any personal preference, Councilmember Tillman?
No, I also concur with exactly what we were talking about earlier and agree that we should vote in the affirmative, so.
That would be
But-
my preference as well, so I don't.
Want to hear from everybody else? Okay.
I move that she votes in the affirmative as we have discussed here.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Before I call for the roll, anybody wish to address this as a member of the public to give us any input? Seeing none. Anybody online?
There are no speakers online.
Okay, then we'll call the roll. It was moved by Councilmember Colvin and seconded by Juan.
Thank you. Councilmember Cloven,
Aye.
Tillman, Juan,
Aye.
Yes,
Mayor
mine
Chu-
wasn't working, sorry.
no problem. Thank you. And I got yours, Councilmember
Aye.
Juan. Vice Mayor Trupiano, thank you. Mayor Diaz.
Yes, thank you very much, and I know you'll represent us very well. Okay, the last action item is 8C, which is ratify the April 19th, 2024 engagement letter agreement between the City of Clayton and Chavon Associates LLC regarding financing or financial auditing services for the fiscal years 2023, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, and the optional year of 26, 27, and 27, 28, for a total contract amount of not to exceed $187,500. And who's going to give us the lead on that? Oh, right over there, our
Assistant
finance
City
director.
Manager.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, council. The city staff is well underway with the fiscal year 23-24 financial audit with Chavon and Associates. As you know, I'm relatively new here. And so when I started working on the audit, the first thing I asked for was the engagement letter. Found that the engagement letter was signed. We're asking tonight for council to ratify this engagement letter because of the dollar amount of the contract. It does exceed the city manager's authority. I believe what happened as people were moving in and out of City Hall during the spring, that this item just got overlooked for council's authorization. It looked like the prior staff did go out for RFP. The RFP was issued on February 23rd, 2024. The RFP for auditing services closed March 15, 2024. There were 3 responses. Prior city staff reviewed all 3 of those responses, found that Chavon and Associates was the most responsive to the RFP. Our prior auditor was Cropper and Associates. They were a smaller organization than Chavon and Associates. Not only that, they have been providing audit services for the last 12 years, and good audit practice is to change your auditor once every 5 years. So with that, I'm asking council to please ratify this contract, and we can continue with Chavon and Associates for our financial audits. I'm available for questions.
Anybody from the city council have a question of our finance director on this item? Mr. Cloven.
Thank you. Just from an understanding of a financial standpoint, the 3 bids that came in, how did Chavon fall within that range relative to the other 2 firms?
They were scored on a multitude of items, pricing being one of them, and they were the most responsive with all items.
I heard that, but I was curious about from a cost standpoint, what was
From
it?
a cost standpoint, they were rated, this is opposite from what it sounds. They were rated the highest, meaning they were the lowest cost. They were the most responsive.
Okay, and I was just, it's the first time I'm hearing of this, I was just kind of curious what the process was. Who made the ultimate decision on which firm was to be hired? Were you on board yet, or was
I
that
absolutely
was
was, I was
staff?
absolutely not on board. It was Ms. Wacker and Property were the 2 names that I've seen.
Thank you.
And just to add to that, it sounds like previous staff did the RFP, interviewed the candidates, reviewed the proposals, and then our acting city manager at the time, Chief McEachin, signed the contract, and it was just never ratified, right?
Correct.
So we started working with them, using them, and then you said, where's the letter of engagement?
I said, where's the letter of engagement? Okay, now that I have that, where's the council authorization for this large of a contract?
Okay. Oh, so we have the letter of engagement.
We
We
have-
just need to ratify.
Mhm.
Okay. That's it.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Go ahead, Mr. Wan.
Yeah, I don't think I have any questions, actually. So thank you. You mentioned that they are a larger firm than Cropper. How many staff do they have? Do we know?
Don't have.
I could probably look it up.
I don't have that answer, Jeff. I just know that in the matrix of the RFP review, that Siobhan and Associates received more points for having a more robust staff.
Okay. Fieldwork is pretty much concluded by this point, I would assume. Is that accurate?
No, we're still working on field work.
When is the fieldwork scheduled to conclude?
We are not scheduled for field work until, we're working on getting documents dropped into their Dropbox, but I don't believe that we're scheduled for field work until November 25th.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Any other?
The only other question
Go
I
ahead.
was, the only other question I was going to ask is, has that timeline moved, or was November the timeline for finishing field work?
The timeline has moved, Councilmember Tillman.
Okay. About how many times, or when was the initial timeline?
It has only moved once, and I just moved it this week, hoping that we could get everything ready by next week, but absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
So we moved it just the one time, and I gave us enough time so that there won't be a second move.
With the holiday breaks, et cetera, coming up? Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else? Public comment. Anybody here in Hoyer Hall have a comment on this item and wish to make some suggestions? Nobody's moving forward. Anybody online?
There are no speakers online to this item.
Okay, we'll close the public comment on this item, bring it back for council action. Entertaining a motion.
I'd move approval.
I'll second.
Moved by Juan, seconded by Tillman. For the city clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Cloven,
Aye.
Tillman,
Aye.
Juan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Tripiano,
Aye.
Mayor Diaz.
And yes, me as well. Thank you very much. That concludes all of our very actionable items at this point. And we move now into item number 9, which is council items limited to requests and directives for future meetings. Anybody have anything? Of course, you're on.
Let's see here. One is if we can make sure that we have on the calendar or the agenda the holidays, not the holidays, but the council meetings that we want to skip. I think we used to do that in advance, so I know that we're not having a meeting on November 5th. We used to say that at a council meeting so that we could actually act on it, and so I know we're doing that now. I talked to the city manager earlier today, so that we're just looking at the calendar and deciding which ones we're not going to have. But I think we're okay, and maybe Mala can say if we're okay just saying it verbally tonight that we're going to skip the 5th without actually having an action item saying that we're skipping it.
think
We're not
we-
having a meeting on November 5th. Can we just do that?
We could, but I think we actually addressed that in a prior
I couldn't
meeting where we
remember it.
had the calendar
I couldn't
for the
remember
whole
the 5th.
year.
Okay,
It was
good.
at the beginning.
Okay, good. And then maybe posting that so everybody can see it. The only reason why I say this, people tried to show up after Labor Day when that one was canceled. And so I think that it's just not top of people's minds if we're doing it in January. So that's the first one. And then the second one is my request that I've been asking, which is to bring back to a council discussion whether or not we should hire a third-party investigator, an independent investigator, to make sure that we can keep all the staff that we have here and that we are doing our due diligence and good governance as council members. And then the only other request that I have, not for an agenda item, but is if we can close tonight in honor of Deb
I've got
Gonzalez.
3 that we got to do.
Fantastic, thank you. I mean, it's not good, but thank you for taking care of that. Thanks.
Okay, anybody else have anything for the future? The only thing I want to see, I think we overlooked, and I need to, I checked with the city clerk, that October is the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I want to compliment the chief and his staff that are wearing special patches that are pink in color to recognize that, and we need to somehow retroactively go back. It'll be after the fact in November, but Breast Cancer Month is very important, and I want to thank the chief and the department for recognizing that as well. Okay? Done with item number 9, and moving on to item number 10, which is our council reports. And Councilmember Cloven, if you'd kick that off.
Thank you. Right after our last meeting, we got into a very, very hot weekend for Oktoberfest. And I first want to go out and say we have 2 members of our community, Charlie and Marilyn Schmidt, who are just amazing in their volunteer efforts. They coordinated and did Oktoberfest. They worked tirelessly, incredible hours all weekend long making it happen. It was a shame it was so darn hot, but the actual event was still joyous and fun. If you went to the tent and listened to the UPA music and watched the dancing, you could see we were Clayton at our finest, even though it was freaking hot as heck. It was just a fun weekend, and just really enjoyed that. And thanked the CBCA and Charlie and Marilyn for doing the efforts to bring all those visitors to Clayton. We don't have a convention or a visitors bureau. They are it, and they do it for free, and it's pretty darn amazing, and I appreciate them. On that note, we also have a brand new event that's happening on this Saturday, the 19th. The Clayton Historical Society doesn't fundraises in 3 different ways. One is the garden tour, which they do. The other one is the Christmas tour, home tour. This year, they're doing their first annual Halloween home tour, which happens this Saturday. If you haven't heard about it, look for flyers around town. I think it's $50 a ticket or something like that. You get to go see $40? Yeah, you get to go see 5 or 6 houses that are completely decorated outside and inside, and it's going to be phenomenal. I know some of the houses, and the people go all out for Halloween. So it is kid friendly. So bring your families. It's going to be a blast, and I think that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Juan.
Yeah, over the past 2 weeks, it was very hot. It was unbelievable. But with the election coming up, there's been quite a bit of communication with residents. So I'm just trying to inform folks and answer questions the best I can, and lots of emails and phone calls. So thanks.
Councilmember Tillman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it okay if I go?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Mine is brief. Attended Oktoberfest and helped collect money all day on Saturday in the heat with candidate Ania. I also attended the Opportunity Junction. Sorry, I'm just thrown. We had a dear friend who passed away on the 4th of October, and she was just an amazing human being here in town. So that's the end of my report. I'll let you take care of the rest.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Vice Mayor Trupiano.
Just a couple of things I've already talked about. We had a Clayton Community Library Foundation meeting last week, and I just want to make an announcement, reminder that the next book sale is October 25th for members. And I always say members only, and I have to say, if you're thinking about a membership, it's $15 a year and $20 for a family. So it really is very affordable, and you get to go in Friday night on the 25th and get a members only preview. And then it's also Saturday, the 26th, and October 27th, open to everyone. We did, in our meeting, there's a lot of discussion about the library refresh project, and I know the working group is going to be meeting again soon. And one of the founders of the library and the foundation, Jeannie Boyd, who passed away recently, there is a memorial service for her this Saturday, October 19th at 1 p.m. at the Concord United Methodist Church on West Street. Also, on the 9th, we had a great meeting with our city leadership, and some of the folks from CEMEX came in. We had an opportunity to make some introductions. Our city manager mentioned that we had a great meeting with East Bay Regional Parks leadership yesterday, and there's going to be some great opportunities there to partner together. Mayor's Conference in Richmond. And I just want to remind folks that two things. Clayton Valley Village has their annual supper at La Veranda on Sunday, the 20th at 5 p.m. So after you do the spooky house tour and you're hungry, the next day you can join them. I don't know if they still have tickets available. And then just sort of a PSA that election we know is around the corner. Ballot boxes are out, and the last day to register to vote is October 21st.
Thank you.
That's it.
I'm
And
going to
then-
make mine very brief. We did attend the mayor's conference with the city manager and vice mayor Trubriano over in Richmond, and it was sort of a homecoming for our city manager because he had started his career early in Richmond. He was well received. I want you to know that. Then the Oktoberfest did that. In fact, I got called into service the Saturday morning because the power was not on for some of the vendors along Main Street at the corner of Main and Marsh Creek. And so with the help of Sergeant Ania and myself, we were able to restore the power immediately. So we got them. Everybody was happy about that. Attended a couple of meetings with the County Connection, board meetings and committee meetings and meetings with the city leadership. And that concludes my report for this. I do want to mention, as Councilmember Till. We have one more announcement, please. Oh, you do?
I don't want to cut you off, though, if you're about to say something. I can wait.
He was going to close.
Okay. This Thursday, the 17th, is the Clayton Valley Charter High School Homecoming Parade downtown. The floats and all the participants stage in the Endeavor Hall parking lot, and then they make their way around the downtown a couple of loops. So I believe it starts at 5, and it's hard to get in down there, so the roads will be closed, so you have to find parking outside of the parade route in order to attend.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes the reports. And before I adjourn, we've had a really tough last part of September and early part of October. 3 that I'm aware of people that have passed away. First, I'm going to mention Betty Boatman, who passed away on September 20th. Betty lived in the city of Concord. However, she had a lot of influence what took place here in Clayton because she was a 46-year member of the county Water District Board. She was on there, and as the liaison from the city council, I knew Betty fairly well from all of her leadership on that. And she was a mother, a wife, an educator, and a local community member of various organizations. And again, she was on the Water District Board for over 46 years. She passed away on the 20th of September, and a few of us, Vice Mayor Trubriano and I attended her service last week. Oh, you did? You were there? Oh, didn't see you there. Okay, I'm sorry. Then another surprising passing was on the morning of October 4th, and that was Deborah Gonzalez. Born in Pittsburgh, California. She's a true native, and she was a wonderful wife, mother, grandmother, dedicated volunteer. With her husband, Steve, of Conco Companies, they provided much volunteer leadership and resources to many organizations, especially the Charter High School. She gave much of her time, and I want to say I was sort of fortunate. At one of the last concerts, we would have a glass of wine at the end of the day to celebrate, and Debbie and a couple of others came over, and we had a wonderful evening. You never realize that when you have an interaction like that, within a week or so, they're going to be gone. you need to make the most of the time you have with these people. You never know when it's going to happen. And finally, by the way, her service is going to be held this Friday at St. Bonaventure Church at 10:30 a.m., Friday the 18th. So please try to attend if you can. There's going to be a huge crowd out for this one. And finally, Vice Mayor Cipriano has a colleague named Kelly Howard, she passed away on the 5th of October. Now, let her.
And I am going to have a hard time getting through this, but I did want to say a few words. Kelly Howard, resident of Clayton, she and her husband Alan raised their children here. She was a great friend. She was a beautiful soul, and she lost her 23-month battle with cancer. And they really did try everything. She was a huge dog lover, huge animal lover, I should say. And we met over a dog named Jack. We were both trying to rescue this wonderful Boston Terrier. And we said, you have Boston Terriers, I have Boston Terriers. You live in Clayton, I live in Clayton. And we've just been friends for nearly a decade. She was a strong woman, very courageous and fierce to the very end, but she's at peace. And I want to send my love to her family, her husband, Alan, her daughter, Carrie, Dwayne, her grandson, Grayson. She will be missed by so many. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, with that, I'm going to adjourn in the memory of Betty Boatman, Deborah Gonzalez, and Kelly Howard for this evening to our next meeting of November 19th. Thank you and good evening.